If I was asked why I pray, my immediate answer would be that it is a way to talk to God. It's a way of just chatting to him. Prayer to me is my way of sharing my life with God. I pray to get to know him. In prayer, we can all bring our thoughts to him, our thanks or cries to him, often in the briefest of ways. We can tell him how we feel, how we are, where we are, honestly and naturally, at any time, whatever we're doing. Prayer is also a way of getting to know God in a deeper way, setting aside some time just to connect with him, and sometimes using no words at all. Importantly though, I believe that prayer is a time to express our love and thanks to God, and a way of loving people, our friends and family, the people that we know and don't know who have a need of any kind, anybody who needs our prayers, maybe at one special time or maybe ongoing. And I also see it as a way of bringing my own needs and thoughts and feelings and emotions, whatever they are at the time. I know God knows, but that is no reason for me not to tell him. It's a way of sharing all. Prayer is also a way to feel God's protection, to feel that I am not alone. And that applies when I feel vulnerable or anxious, or sad or disappointed, and also when I feel happy and excited. One of my favourite prayers is the one that we often say towards the end of the Holy Communion service. Father of all, we give you thanks and praise that when we were still far off, you met us in your Son and brought us home. That is a really powerful reminder to me that I'm not alone whenever I wander off from God's way and wherever I wander off to. My prayers, however short or long they may seem to me, always give me a confidence, and they encourage me. Whether they are answered the way I want them to be, and when, or whether they're answered at all, they do offer me that bit of strength and encouragement. In the prayer that I mentioned earlier, it goes on to say, dying and living, he, that is Jesus, declared your, that is God's, love. He gave us grace and opened the gate of glory. May we who share Christ's body live his risen life. We who drink his cup bring life to others. We whom the Spirit lights give light to the world. Keep us in this hope that we have grasped, so we and all your children shall be free, and the whole earth live to praise your name. That hope just gives me the encouragement and strength that I need. Helen and I came across the Not prayer many years ago. It's a very well-known prayer, and many of you, I'm sure, are familiar with this anonymously written prayer. It goes like this: Dear God, please untie the knots in my mind, my heart and my life. Remove the have-nots, the cannots, the do-nots, that I have in my mind. Erase the will nots, the may nots, or the might nots that may find a home in my heart. Release me from the could nots and the would nots and the should nots that obstruct my life. And most of all, dear God, I ask that you remove from my mind, my heart, and my life all of the am nots that have allowed to hold me back, especially the thought that I am not good enough. Amen. Whenever I use this prayer, it gives me confidence in and meaning to my prayers. It also gives me some enthusiasm and energy to help act them out